I've never gotten to say this. This is for Sharky's Leather. If you are not Sharky's Leather, keep scrolling. Alright, so you made a comment about people commenting on your edge beveler. I know I left a comment on that video on what I do, but I figured it'd be easier to make a video and show you. Not that you asked, not that anyone asked, but I'll show you anyway because I think it's fun to share knowledge and participate in a community. So here are the tools that I will be using and what we need. A stropping board for an edge, and I'll show you that in a moment. We have the thread, same thing that you used, which I will also be using. I have a 1500 grit piece of sandpaper. Obviously we have our compound here, green compound, and then needles, which we will be needing. So, and obviously you're going to need your edge beveler. So typically what I like to do is I take this 1500 grit sandpaper, wet dry. I take a needle, just literally one of my sewing needles. We set it under the sandpaper, point this way because that's where I'm going to pool. What I do is I just add a small little bit of water. That's it. Even that feels like too much. But this is wet and dry sandpaper, so I'm just going to do that. I can see where it goes. I can see where the needle is. And I'm literally just going to put this on there and pull. That's it. Perfect. Great. That's all. That's all I need. So I'm going to do what you did with this thread, and I'm going to do one other piece. So I like to actually, the piece that I just sharpened, or the edge end, I should say, the side I just sharpened, I will put on the edge of this piece of leather on this stropping board, kind of like I'm going to actually bevel it, but I just go pull back just a handful of times. Now, that is for the side that I sharpened. For the side that I did not sharpen, because over time I don't want the edge to end up curling, and so it's not cutting, so I strop the opposite side. I just take this thread, put it between there, and then I pull, just like you did. And I do that a handful of times. If it pops out, guess what? It's okay. Nobody died. Everything's fine. Boom. And that's it. So that's for sharpening and for stropping. So once I use this, after I use it, I will do this on both sides once or twice, just to kind of keep the blade nice and straight and keep the edge there. The next time I go to use it, I do it just once or twice again. Just once, twice, cool, good to go. After I use it, once or twice. So then I'm constantly just refining that edge to make sure it's staying nice and sharp. I'm going to take this piece of leather here. Just a random piece of leather. It's like a 5 ounce, 4.5 to 5 ounce piece of leather. Yeah, really great. Not a lot of pressure. Super sharp. I have found that the biggest difference is that when I use this one that isn't the highest grade, I usually have to strop it a bit more or sometimes sharpen it more often. And I don't sharpen it that often, to be honest, or my other edge beveler. But with the Palo Santo, I realize the stropping, I can go, sometimes I forget to strop and it works just fine. But the more you strop it between uses, the longer the blade will stay, the edge will stay sharp. Yeah, so this was really nice. Not a lot of pressure, super quick to do. And literally after this, I'm probably just going to run the thread one more time through because I just used it. And it'll just sit there until it's ready to use again. Let me know. Actually, don't let me know if it helped. I hope it helped.